Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Wow, what a day. What a day that was. I'm still getting over it. There's people drinking, partying on into the night now as we speak. I've not just long got back, to be honest, myself. Words can't explain, really, what a day it was. Lifted the championship trophy, emotional speeches on the pitch. It was just unbelievable, really. I mean, we're going to discuss it all now. The team's here. Everybody's here tonight, apart from Miles, I believe, who's I don't know, maybe still out working, probably DJing or something. But anyway, let's bring the team in. Let's bring them all in. Claudia, good evening. I think we're back, aren't we?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, we're back, aren't we? We're back in the Premier League. We did that.
Yeah.
What a day, Ken. What a fantastic day. It's just marvellous, isn't it, really?
It is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it was sunshine. As you see, I've got the sunglasses on. It was sun shining. And they couldn't ask for better days weather-wise. And the atmosphere was just party, wasn't it? I see Vic. Let's bring Vic in because I spoke to her. We had a photo, didn't we, Vic?
We did. We were celebrating and enjoying it all.
I come really down to have a photo with you. We were all excited as the parade was going around the pitch. A lot of people, including myself, I haven't really seen anything like that at home. A trophy lift, if you like that at home. So it's
special, isn't it? Special.
Very, very special. Jack, he certainly hasn't seen it. He's eating now at the minute. Yeah, special day, wasn't it, Jack?
Yeah, you caught me at the wrong time there.
I thought I'll catch him now. What he's eating.
Yes, what a day, Ken. We have witnessed history being written today. Yeah, and that is just an absolutely beautiful thing. What a day.
And obviously a win as well, which helps, I suppose, as well. And we all forget about the result, but I suppose we weren't really, people I spoke to before the game weren't too bothered about the result. They just wanted to be there for the party, really, in the trophy lift. But to win in such convincing style, I think, as well, I thought we really deserved to win, to be honest. We're the better team, which we'll talk about now. And then we'll go on and talk about the rest of the day. So, all right, let's start it off then, shall we? Shall we start it off? I'm sure we'll have loads of comments coming in as we go along. We'll start with you then, Claudio. A couple of changes, weren't there? I expected a few more, to be honest.
I didn't. I think Frank's very serious. He wanted to get over the 90 points. You got to put out a professional performance. This team, it's not like they're mid-table. You got to do service to the other clubs around us. And I'd have been gutted if it had been the other way around. And you'd have been you're sitting there waiting for the team who's playing, could have a chance of getting the playoff, and you're sitting at home watching another side put out a weakened side. So I think you did the right thing. I know it's not classed as a weakened team because you've got a squad of 25, all the rest of it. But yeah, he played it right. And I'm trying to think the changes now. What were the Eccles come?
Eccles come in, didn't he?
Now, for those of you who probably saw my photograph of me and Jack, which I posted on Friday, that photograph was slightly AI'd because the original photos the team have seen is Jack Rodoni with his arm in a sling. And I was walking down the parade to the restaurant, and I saw Jack. I went, "Hey up, Jack! What they done to you? What you done now?" And he went, "Oh, don't. It's precautionary." I went, "Oh, yeah, okay, Jack. Show him a photo." I said, "It was right to have a photo." He goes, "Yeah, but don't put this out on socials," is what he asked me to do. So I didn't. So I did an AI picture with his arm down by his side, basically. And then, of course, we get to the ground, and someone said, I overheard someone saying, "Oh, he's not even in the squad." I thought, "Oh no, they're talking about." It was a right thing to do because it will give him that extra 2 weeks or so. It takes about 3 months to sort out, doesn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Be ready for next season. And what was the other change? I think
Sante, wasn't it?
Sante, yes, sorry.
Yeah, he come off the right-hand side. Well, he did that last time. It didn't quite work, did it? But
it worked today, didn't it? Because he stayed out a bit more. We just stayed out. I think he stayed out there a bit more. And it's just an astonishing day, really. I think I bumped into somebody. Sorry, I forgot your name now. It's been such a day. Anita, I think it's Anita. Is it Anita? I think it's Anita.
Oh.
And before the game, and took a photograph, and she said, "What a great day." And I've kind of said, I think I've said "what a day" several times this season after a game. What another great day. And it's, I don't want this season to end. I was pleased my mate who, long story, but obviously I'm going to Watford next week. So he handed me the tickets. He got the ticket for me. By the way, it was a valid ticket. It's just that I'm lazy and he's not, and he got the ticket for me. And he handed it over to me, and I thought, oh, I don't have to worry about that for next Saturday. And I just thought, is that really the end of the season? You know what I mean? It's just, you just want to go on and on and on. And the thing is, from when we got promoted, it just feels like, and the thing is, we've not been on the beach. We've won 2 games, but we just feel like we got promoted, and it's kind of enjoyable, isn't it? It's really enjoyable. And the last 2 home games have basically just said what a great team we are. I used to give a guy a lift, and a big Cov City fan. He dressed up in a sky blue suit today, and Bally and myself, we used to sit in the car. I think I've said this before. I said, you need to win minimum 25 matches to get promoted. And the conversation was always, how are we going to win 25 matches in a season? Just not possible, is it? And we've done 27, I think. Yeah. And actually, I wouldn't say with ease, but some of them were at ease, weren't they? I don't think we've been fully extended in a lot of games, apart from that December, January period, when basically we had 3 major suspensions, and we had injuries, a bad illness in the camp, and that's the only. And you call it a blip? We've absolutely won this league at a canter, as far as I'm concerned. If the results go a certain way at the weekend, we might win this league by 3rd place. Are we 12 clear at the minute, Jack?
92 on there.
15, we could win the league by 15 points.
Exactly. So when a certain podcast says it's a weak league, to me, we're the best team by far. The rest have just been competitive. We are the Leeds United of this season, as far as I'm concerned, or the Leicester, or whoever they were when they actually destroyed the rest of the league.
Don't call us Leicester, please.
Well, you know what I mean. When they Leicester now, anyway. But it's been absolutely fantastic, and just brilliant. So going back to the team selection, I wasn't surprised at Rodoni and Asante. I think he's tried and trusted as a player more than a winger, and I think that's why he started.
Yeah, and it worked. I think it worked today. A lot last time when he was a bit lopsided, weren't it? Last time, and he weren't in on the ball enough. But it certainly worked today. Good evening, Vicky. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Bumped into you a couple of times today, didn't I?
Yeah, I was stalking you a bit, wasn't I?
Yeah, I've seen you before. I've seen you afterwards as well. When Bob was having before he went down the stairs.
Just a little break.
Yeah, a little break. What did you think of the change? Did you expect a few more? I mean, I'm glad he didn't make any more, but I did expect maybe. I didn't know whether he was going to change the goalkeeper. Maybe he was going to put Ben Wilson in for a game, or a couple of games, or whatever. Maybe Bidwell. I don't know, but no, he opted for a fairly strong side. Well, quite a strong side, really.
I think that's because we've done that with integrity, haven't we? Like Claudius said, this are the teams that cared about that result today.
Yeah.
And they're in it to right. And so we've shown that we've won the league, but we haven't just gone on the beach. We're still playing with integrity. And I think that so that's just putting us in a good light and something to be proud of. You don't want to be that team where everyone said at the end of the season, oh look, they threw away a couple of games and it's affected the outcome of the league. So yeah, I'm glad that he stuck, because he had sort of alluded to that in his interviews, hadn't he? That he still thought it was important that we put a performance. And also, we didn't want to lose today and then be all like, oh, that was a bit rubbish, and then pick up like that built up to the trophy, like that result built up to the trophy presentation. The sun's shining, everyone's happy, score some goals, win a game, get the trophy. Like it just is perfect, isn't it? You don't want to be like just playing half-hearted and just like, and then everyone's a bit down, and then you happen to, that was the right way to do it, and it just made it special. And it's just, I bumped into Sarah and Rich on the way out of the ground, and we were just saying, like, I think since Blackburn, we haven't stopped smiling. Like, we've literally got like jaw ache because it's just one thing after another of like just like memories and moments, and it's just like such a special time. But you're just like getting jaw ache now from just being so happy all the time. And and I think the fact that we went out and did that professionally today is just another tick really for me.
And it's nice to beat them because we owed them.
We do.
And last time they played at the CBS, of course, they beat the cup that time, weren't they? They beat us. So it was nice to get one over them. But they did give us a card of honour, which was fantastic. Jack, what was your feelings on the team? Are you quite happy with the selection, or did you expect a few more changes?
Yeah, I'm really glad that we went full strength. To be honest, I thought today specifically, it was owed to us as the fans in a way. Not only for, like Vicky said, other teams go for the integrity, but it was owed to us as fans that we have a trophy lift today. Right, that was decided at 9:30 on Tuesday night. That is fact. We will be lifting the trophy on Sunday. That we need to put out the best team possible. We need to put in the best performance possible, and we need to go and win this game to make sure that we have a fantastic day, because we could have lost 2 or 3-0, and I don't think a lot of us would have cared massively, but to lose a game and lift a trophy just doesn't feel right for some reason. Yeah. So going and winning the game and quite convincingly in the end. I know it took 2 goals. It was close for a lot of the game, and it was 2 late goals that got us there, but we were the better side. We deserved the 3 points, and it was a fairly convincing win in the end, like I say. The fact that we put out a full strength side is absolutely what we needed today. I don't give a monkey's what happens at Watford next week, what team he puts out. He can make 11 changes for all I care. I don't anymore. We've got to 90 points. We've got 92 points, which means that even if we lose next week, we've got 2 points a game, which is exactly what they say. Win at home, draw away. And that's on average exactly what we've done at 2 points a game this season. So we've got to 90. We've won the league. We could win the league by 15 points. It could be as small as 6, but who cares? Even winning the league by 6 points, by the way, is still a significant margin.
Oh, yeah.
Bearing in mind, we've got 4 parachute payment teams in this division. We've also got Birmingham City and Wrexham, who have got millions because of their owners and sponsorship and whatever. So we've got 6 financial powerhouses in this league, and there are only 2 teams that go up automatically and 4 that get into the playoff places. So that's 6 positions. So if you're going to rank this table on financial power, we should not be even in the top 6. Significantly, our budget, our wage bill is in the bottom half of this division. So the fact that we've won this league by a significant margin, like Claudio has pointed out, is unbelievable. And we had to go and win today just to make the day what it is, to make the occasion. And it has been absolutely fantastic. Like I say, couldn't give a monkey's what happens next week. Be great if we go and win it, but we're all just having a drink next week, aren't we, simply?
Yeah.
Claudio's there, so 50-50 chance, really, isn't it?
I'd say less than a 50-50 chance, Vicky.
Some great memories to look back on, isn't it, as well? When you in the summer, when you're on your sunbeds on your holiday, you can look at your videos and think, oh God, remember that? Great videos to look back on, because everybody had a great time. The last week's been brilliant, really, since Blackburn, hasn't it? Blackburn, Pompey, and then today. It's all been great. Right, before we go into the action then at the match, goals and that, we've got some few comments, Claudio.
We have, yes. It's from Will King.
Ah, Will.
Will King of Shaves. I wonder what your brother was doing today, Will. Camcones, ole, 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 what a day. It certainly will. I expect only happiness and celebrations. Come on. Yes, I wish it was a Saturday, though, instead of a Sunday. Working that in the morning. And like Miles had gone to the Fizzy Moon, I think. Salop CCFC, 7:25 p.m. What a celebration. Credit to all. Salah chose to go to Sheffield Wednesday game, but Sky coverage was good during and after. Carlo Connor, what a day. I actually cried happy tears, so proud of all the things Sky Blues. Daughter Wilford in Gambia, West Africa. We had top dogs team And Jonah Fat Cat, thanks for coming to Cov. Yes, we had a bit of a sesh with Jonah. We'll talk about that later, I think. Sarah Dunn says, what a day. Couldn't have asked for more. We are Premier League. Yes, you're now listening to a Premier League podcast.
Yes. Hence the little badge up in the corner. The Premier League badge is ready.
Well, we are Premier League podcast now. Steve Perry, a very emotional afternoon. Still can't believe it. James Locke, up the Cov, remembering cup final win, relegation all gone through. I'm so happy to hear Cov ambitious club, I believe, for next season. And of course, as I posted somewhere in our little group, 12 years ago today, I was sat at Northampton watching us draw 1-1 with Wolves as I think they were promoted into the Championship from League One, weren't they, that day?
Yeah.
I just thought I'd actually forgotten about that. For the first time, I think, ever, I'd forgotten we had been to Northampton. You know what I mean? It's one of those, because it's been going so well. And I looked at it, I thought, what? That's 12 years ago. Sorry, 2012, whenever it was. It's just, unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Nice to see you on the way in, Ken, says
Yeah.
Surprised you guys are sober enough to come on this evening.
I bumped into quite a few people. I'm sure you all used it as well. They'll come up to me and say, "Oh, enjoy the show." It's great when you're out and about and they come and shake your hand and stuff like that.
Although, I must admit, standing next to the men's toilets has its advantages because I was leaning up against a wall, but also when people are coming up and saying hello and shaking your hand and thinking, it looked like I was a toilet attendant.
I was going to say, I was in the casino after the game and I had a few people say, "Oh, you're going to make the show tonight?" And I said, "Oh, God knows. We'll see what's going on. I'm here.
But,
I wasn't sure how many you turned up tonight, but we're 4 of us are here, so it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Done well.
Uncle Jonga, we walked back to the car together, actually. What an incredible day. We'll live long in the memory. What I love about our fan base is the disbelief of it all. That's the thing. And when people are saying at the start of the season, "Oh, well, some of us have been too entitled," the entitlement and all that, I don't see it at all. I see fans who are totally in disbelief that it's happened. And this is what I love. It's kind of like the humbleness of it all. I know we have the banter in the ground, but I don't see anybody bragging at all, really, about it in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like taking the mick out of loads of teams, apart from Leicester, of course, that's allowed. But it's just great to see. Yeah. Keith Cov. And by the way, I've got to say this. Don't buy the merchandise off the people around the ground. Spend it in the club shop because they're charging pretty much the same. And one of the flags had got the old Cov team on it.
Yeah, I noticed that one with Matt Godden on, didn't he?
Yeah, so if you can, spend it in the club shop because the prices are no different.
I've seen scarves with Frank Lampard with a Chelsea kit on, and I've seen Championes badges with the badges like stretched and skewed, and it's not right.
The problem is, I don't know if they timed it right or wrong. I don't know. With the club shop being closed at the moment, officially, because it's getting done up, maybe they should have maybe left it for another couple of weeks before they shut it. But it's a bit of a gamble, I suppose. They need time to do it all.
You know why they've done it, don't you, Ken?
Yeah, I know. I know why they've done it because there's various reasons. They're doing another floor to start with, aren't they? Extra floor.
But they're going to get the home shirt out dead early this season because they've got the shop.
We'll see that.
It'll be done mid-May, end of May. Maybe it'll be released for the June payday. So 1st of June, we can all be there and have a jolly and get our new kits. That's why.
The club are on it because I spoke to J-Mo Kidd, and I'm no doubt people, if you've seen Miles' Sakamoto T-shirt and the sort of stuff, he's got some great stuff, actually. Really good stuff. But the club had words with him because they're worried that some things are a bit too close to what they're doing, even though he hadn't seen what they're doing. And then they come out with stuff that they're doing. You're thinking, oh, it is a bit close, but J-Mo Kidd did it first.
Radio, just to ask, didn't you buy a shirt not off the club this season where it was Efron with his fist up at Stoke?
True.
We've got a hypocrite, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. We've got a hypocrite.
True. true, but the club should have got in there first. And
yeah, and that's why I maybe thought they could have left it a couple of more weeks and then started. But obviously, timing's all timings. We'll see if it does come out on time. This kit, hopefully, it will. You know, because it's ridiculous sometimes coming out in August, isn't it?
Plus, I did it because I was helping out another podcasters. So you know.
All right. And Ken, where'd you get your bucket hat from, Ken?
My bucket hat was supplied to me.
Oh, right. Okay. Ken's suppliers are on it.
I didn't purchase it. I got given it. So
you get one through these sausage and chips from the
my sky blue glasses. They were purchased. I don't think the club do them, do they? No. There's no badge on them.
Just so I'm not leaving anyone out. Vicky, that background, where did you get that from? Because that wasn't from the club, was it?
Keith Todd says, I was worried to see him BT on the right, but he was fine today. Only disappointing player was right, I think. I still got issues with him.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about Hadji in a bit.
We owed Wrexham for beating us at Halloween. Sweet revenge. Yeah, what a dreadful night that was. Long forgotten now. Ralph Wiggins, good evening, folks. What a fantastic performance since watching the Sky Blues from 1959. I must admit, it's really the best day ever.
Yeah, I agree, Ralph. I agree.
I helped Ralph out because he was having trouble purchasing the tickets for the memorial part. And luckily, I remember him and his friend are on my ticket account thing. So I managed to. It's funny how some people struggle to do it, and others.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know couldn't get onto it for some reason. I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't understand how my laptop was giving me trouble, but I did it easily on my phone.
Yeah.
And I thought the laptop would be a lot easier to navigate than on my phone. So,
I mean, everybody with season tickets should get one, no problem anyway, shouldn't they? Because before they go on sale, so officially.
Yeah. Martin King says, we'll talk about this in a bit, Torp's free kick win was a great way to put a stamp on an incredible season.
Yeah.
Anthony Pettifer. Is it a weak league? Why aren't the other two? If it's a weak league, why aren't the other teams above us? Because we are champions.
Yeah, certainly are.
Frank Wood, this is not a weak league. We are going up as champions with possibly 2 parachute teams. That is not easy. Correct. Here's a question. Mark R says, were you a sky blue or white card? Well, I was a blue.
I was white.
White or blue?
Yeah, I was blue as well. Me and my dad were blue.
I wanted blue. I was sad.
I thought it was blue.
That's what I'm saying.
Michael Cronin says, we've been knocking at the Premiership door for a few years. This year, we kicked it down. What a year. What a story. PUSB, great show team. Thank you very much. Stuart Ray, who is in Canada, and I had a biryani with his dad last night. He came over for the game from Canada. Stuart Ray says, wow, just wow, what a team. Too bad I couldn't get over for the finale. So we had we're in the tavern in Cov with Ulderico, the Italian fan who came over as well.
Okay.
And yeah, 1 minute I was in the Stag and Hen drinking what I can describe as the worst drink ever, which was that, what's it called?
You had a Copperberg strawberry and lime because the bartender misheard you.
Oh, now you've got to go for the mixed fruit.
Yeah, mixed fruit all the way.
Oh no!
Yeah. Don't have strawberry lime.
It was like
a baby Guinness as well.
It tasted like a milkshake, a fizzy milkshake. Horrible, absolutely disgusting. But I still drank it. Anyway, Ryan Evans, would you guys like to sign John Stones and Trippier? I heard they're going to be free agents this summer, both with a lot of Prem experience. I think would be great signs. Can't wait for next season. I think we're going to maybe have to do something similar.
Yeah.
But we'll have the whole summer. We're going to have a big discussion during the summer about things like that. Because there's 2 weeks in June, isn't there, where there's a transfer window. And then it shuts.
Is that happening again this year? I thought that was specifically for the Club World Cup last year. Although there is a World Cup this year, isn't there?
I think that's happening. I do think it's happening for 2 weeks.
I didn't realise that.
That'd be interesting. BCFC. Coventry have won the league at a canter. I look forward to watching them next season. If Doug backs Frank, you will stay up and hopefully beat the Villa. PUSB. What a season. Yeah. I was kind of surprised our Blues fell away, actually. Alex 3600 says, ITV were highlighting that our squad budget was in the bottom third of the league. Prudent skill and wisdom from Doug King. Jim Cunningham says, congratulations, my dad's stepdad passed away in January. He loved Coventry. Jackie Taylor. Personally, I don't think it has been a strong... Sorry, Jack Taylor. Personally, I don't think it has been a strong championship this season, but even if it had been ultra competitive, the gap to second place shows we would have won it. Gordon Tulliard. So disappointed with Sims today after the match when young fans waited till 5:30 for autographs. Sims said he can't sign any. He is not allowed to. Not a good thing for young fans. Well, I think it's at a discretion after the game, so maybe he's not got that memo. King Carlos says, sorry, but Wright is a passenger in our team. He really should be 25 goals by now. I think it is the consensus of opinion of the whole fan base. The fact that we've scored 93 goals this season, that your main striker should have. How many games did he miss with injury, Jack?
About 6, not many.
Is that, well, he should be on, 25
six games where he could have started, and I think he started coming back on the bench.
Yeah, so really, the top striker, the team scoring that many goals would have got...
Yeah, he's played 39, so it means he's missed 6 because there's Watford ahead of us.
Yeah, he should have got about 25 goals this season.
But
really.
Can I just say, sorry, like I'm not jumping to Haji Wright's defence here. I think he's been a little bit better than the consensus of people are making out, but Victor Gyökeres missed way more chances than Haji Wright ever has. Yes, Haji seems lazy. Well, he is lazy and he doesn't chase balls, and he should do a lot better in many, many positions that he's in. But Victor Gyökeres missed way, way more chances than Haji has ever done. And Haji has actually got a better goals to games ratio than Victor Gyökeres did in a Coventry shirt. So make of that what you will.
I probably said the same about Victor. I probably said the same about Victor at the time. Vicky.
I was going to say, it's the demeanour, isn't it? I think that's the trouble. Like, Victor gave the impression of 100% every week, even when he wasn't necessarily in form, and that just wins people around, isn't it? Whereas sometimes you watch Haji and you're thinking that you could have done a bit more there.
Would you rather be a Man City fan saying, "Oh, Erling Haaland's only touched the ball 4 times this game"? Yeah, but 3 of those were a goal. Does it matter? Like, if he's putting the ball in the back of the net, who cares? Yeah. I know Haji's missed bags of chances. Again, I'm not defending him massively. He's missed a hell of a lot of chances. He should have done a hell of a lot better a lot of this season, but he still performed technically at a better level than Victor Gyökeres did.
Yeah, I do think I actually commented on someone's post on Facebook earlier. I do think that we are unduly harsh on our strikers generally. People have got some sort of expectation that they should score every chance and every game, and it's just unrealistic. No striker scores that often. Like somebody said that we needed to sell all our strikers and bring in 2 strikers that will score every game in the Premier League. Well, no striker in the Premier League is scoring every goal game in the Premier League. Their top scorer's got 24 goals and they've played 34 games. So it's just, but we seem to have this thing that, like, unless they're scoring all the time, they're not good enough rather than just appreciating what they have done. So I do think, I think like there's criticisms to be had about things they could do better, but I think we also over-criticise things that they are doing well and sort of overlook the contributions that they've all made to what's been a fantastic season. Like, at the end of the day, we're going up as champions and every player has played their part in that. And I just think sometimes we're just a bit overcritical, personally.
Yeah. Well, we've spread our goals between all over the team, haven't we? I mean, Mason Clark, he's been on fire the last couple of matches. He's got 10 now, isn't he? 10 now? Is that his 10th goal?
Yeah, so I was looking at this earlier. Mason Clark has become the 4th player with 10 goals this season. We have 6 players. I'm just double checking. 7 players with more than 10 goal contributions. And if Victor Torp somehow manages to get himself on the score sheet at Watford, he will be our 5th player with 10 league goals in the same season. Has that ever happened before? Claudia, you need to talk to Jim because Four in a season is unbelievable, but potentially 5 is outrageous.
5 players with 10 goals. Wow.
Very good. Mark R says, was it me or was there a lot of dust in the air as Matty Grimes came out ready to receive the trophy? It was quite dusty where I was in block 19. My theory is that the whole thing was confusing what was happening. I'm not, because where we were, if you look at the screen, you can see what was happening. But I know they have to have it in front of the director's box and all the rest of it. But I actually thought we've got an away end in a corner. They could have set it all up. The away end had gone. They could have set it all up in that corner facing everybody. I think. Don't know.
That would have been probably the better option, wouldn't it?
And then,
because obviously all the people in Singers Corner couldn't see the front of.
We couldn't see anything. We just looked at the screen. And also, I don't understand why there was no let's get the trophy and run around the pitch.
Yeah.
That's the bit that confused me more. It seemed a bit higgledy-piggledy. Sort of Jamie Allen went off on his own in one direction. BTA went down the other end of the ground. I thought, what's happening here? It's a bit weird. You can see people...
We're not used to these trophy celebrations.
We're not because you can see people going, are they going to bring the trophy over? Are they going to show it and wave it around to all the fans? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all right for you guys. You were watching it, Vicky and Ken. You saw.
We were watching it all being put together like a jigsaw. That big platform. Yeah, it was amazing. Really, it's nice. They did it for quite quick, really.
You think so? I thought it was painful.
Claudio, where I'm sat, because I've got a perfectly diagonal angle, I could see everything that was going on. You're pretty much on the halfway line, aren't you? So you've just got, when they put that big screen up, you can't see through it.
No. And then the one thing that has to be addressed is the sound system.
Yeah,
it's like the most important speeches we've heard in years, and it started cutting out. I thought, just fix the sound system.
I mean, we could hear okay over our side. I think it was not too bad, was it?
I think we heard better. It did keep on cutting out. There was interference every now and again. But I think we did get better. I think we have got better on our side than from having spoken to people all season. Actually, I think you get worse on your side.
If you get the chance, I've listened back to CWR after the game. They do the whole bit and they sort of quieten down for the speeches. And because of that side, you can virtually hear all of it, which over the other side you couldn't really. It was all over the place. But yeah, just frustrating. That sound system's been so bad for years, hasn't it? Absolutely awful.
Maybe Doug will invest in a new system for the Premier League.
He might have to. Rock Catalunya. The team should have done a quick lap of honour after the trophy as soon as it was lifted. Yeah. Anthony Pettifar says the Sky Blues TV at the Stag was great. Really enjoyed it there with you. Well, it's funny because I walked in on Saturday. We did it on Thursday, and Anthony Pettifar was still there. I wasn't sure if he stayed there for 3 days.
The question is, had he done a Ken and kept his same shirt on for the whole weekend?
Yeah, I didn't actually. We're going to have my Navy shirt on. And I took 2 shirts to Blackpool. I took the orange one and the navy one. And I wore the orange one again because it was lucky. And I thought, I'm going to keep it on because we won in that orange shirt. So, yeah.
Mark says, will we be putting out a full strength side at Watford? Frank wants to win. He isn't going to accept a team that is more interested in tea times or what the view from the Sun Lounger will be like. I think he'll go again. He'll want more points. Carl. Up you come. Cov9290 says, it was a weird match because I wanted to win, but I wasn't nervous at all because there was nothing to lose. The first time I wasn't annoyed after conceding a goal.
Yeah, you always got the impression when we conceded that we would go up again, couldn't we, if we wanted to? I thought that.
And this one, and then we'll go back to you, Ken. Did anyone else see the video of Rushworth saying it's down to Doug to sort now? Looks like he wants to stay, or it's a done deal. Well, we've been saying it for ages that his agent was convinced that it was happening. So
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
in that video, yeah. It was there was quite a lot of videos to catch up on, but I did see that one. Right, Vicky, let's get into the game then, because first goal of the game came from Asante, of all people, in the right place. Brilliant cross. It was down our end. Fantastic cross.
They're cracking cross, and then Asante just moved into. It's what you want, someone in the box just moving. So got on the end of it. Yeah, cracking goal.
That's the sort of position we were talking about. Haji Wright. That's the sort of position I think Haji Wright should be in.
Although I do think, because they were talking about this because I've started to watch the game back. I didn't have time to watch all of it because I'm doing this, but I've got as far as like our goal, and they made a point, and it made me realise this happened a lot. That we have a lot of goals where the bloke on one wing crosses and the bloke on the other wing comes in and scores, and I think that we're set up to do that. So it probably always was supposed to be Asante getting on the end of that. I think that's not where the striker's supposed to be. I don't think that's how we set up, because we've done that a lot all season. We've got quite a lot of goals through that. So I think, I think
Madoni's done that quite a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah,
arriving late into the box. He's very good at that. But yeah, that first goal. I thought, they had a couple of half chances, but that first goal by us settled us down, didn't it? And we could have, gone on and got another one, but they went and equalised, didn't they, Jack?
It was a bit of a couple of minutes of weakness, wasn't it? There was there was the ball down the left hand side again. It came from that channel, which we've said a few times. I think Jada Silva's been absolutely unreal all season, but there is a little bit of a consistency of goals coming down our left-hand side, which is just a shame. But it comes all the way across the goal. My problem with that is that the centre halves and the midfield were stood next to each other. Our midfielders weren't 5-10 yards in front of our centre halves, which is exactly where that ball went across and exactly where the goal scorer was. So were Grimes and Onyeka in the wrong place for that? I think that's the case, that Grimes and Onyeka were almost acting as a back four in centre half terms. It was a bit bizarre. They got their goal, fair play, all credit to them. But
it was a good finish, to be fair.
Take nothing away from the goal. It was a great finish, but I don't think the Cov fans cared, did we? We were sort of like, they've scored, let's carry on singing.
I was quite confident. We would score again. Claudia, were you confident we'd score again?
I was annoyed they scored.
Yeah, but I was confident we that wouldn't be the last of the goals. I thought we were going to go.
Because once I know before the game, I was saying I'm not really bothered, but actually once the game started, I just wanted to win. Going back to the first goal, Vicky, you're right. That's the role of the right-sided winger to go in at the far post. That's what they're meant to be doing. One cross to another. It hasn't happened enough, if anything. I know he scored a stack of goals, but it should have happened more, basically.
And Hadji was stood on the penalty spot, which is about exactly where you'd expect him to be.
Yeah, I think that's what he's meant to be doing. Their equaliser, we've seen it countless times, that ball over the top of Jay. The cross comes in. Was it Ipswich? They scored a similar goal where they all got sucked in. It was one game, wasn't it? You can see Bobby Thomas thumped the pitch because he knew somebody should have been out there. And it should have been Grimes or Onyeka. They both went in. It was their guy who scored the goal.
Yeah.
In trying to do too much, they did not enough, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? They tried to all cover the cross, and in fact, because it got skewed out, the guy put it away. Yeah, good finish. But was I confident? Well, I predicted a 1-1 draw, didn't I? I was kind of thinking, if it stays like this, I've nabbed some points.
I thought overall, we played quite reasonable in that first half. We had I was disappointed, obviously, when the goal went in. But I always thought, I got the impression we were in control of that game. I definitely thought we were going to score again. It was just a matter of time. So I was a little bit disappointed at half time. We went 1-1, but yeah, it was one of them things, I suppose. But second half we came. I mean, you got some more comments, or do you want to talk about second half now?
I can do more comments.
Go on then. We'll come back to second half.
Let the people have their say. Peter Doolan, good evening, crew. What a brilliant day and result. What There's little concern how today would turn out, roll on August, but we shouldn't wish our lives away. Keep up the good work. Feels like a long time, doesn't it, till August? Frank, all them guys selling stuff outside up from London, just touts looking to rip off the fans with tat. For what they are, they shouldn't be so expensive because they're throwaway stuff. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my gripe is the price they're charging. Massive pizza order. Can't wait for the parade on the 4th. Going to be one hell of a party. I'm so looking forward to that. Martin King, this summer transfer window is going to be a lot of fun speculating on who we're going to get. Now, remember, if it's a rumour, it's not going to happen. That's not how Mr. King operates. Liam was, what a day. Although the difference is now you're messing about with Premier League teams and there's leaks all over the place. What a day. Thank you guys for keeping me believing what a ride this season has been. Cherry on the cake to beat the Hollywood fairy tale money bags. Yes. Congratulations to Nicholas James, who got engaged today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, I spoke to him for a good half hour this afternoon. He never mentioned it. What's going on? Unless he hadn't done it by then. So, yeah. But he was confident we'd win the league. So was Lee Dan. He was confident we'd win the league when others didn't think so. Keith Dennis says, I want an official COF champion scarf, but when I tracked down the club merch in the fan zone, they apologised and said they didn't have any. It's silly, really. The club missed a trick here. If they had champions merch ready to go, the peddlers would have half as much trade.
I agree. Because a lot of the scarves they were selling in the little porter cabin shops, that they pop-up shops, if you like, were just the normal scarves. It didn't, didn't say champions or anything on. So obviously there wasn't any stock delivered.
Rob says, anyone else see Rush was making what looked like a signing gestures to the crowd on his celebration lap? He'd be a huge signing, wouldn't he, really?
Well, I think he will. I think he'll sign. I personally think he'll sign.
Yeah, to have a young English keeper would be magnificent, I think.
Yeah.
I really do. Who we got next week? Man City, Liverpool seems unreal. Imagine Villa's first game. There's Debbie Glenn. Yeah. The next time we play at CBS in the league, it's a Premier League match.
I was laughing at the song. We're playing Arsenal, you're playing Spurs.
I know, that's funny.
That was good.
Yeah, but Wrexham probably thinking, I'll take it.
Singing about Leicester playing Bromley as well was
I know.
Funny.
Yeah, Mad Frankie says, so we beat them today. We have given Derby and Hull hope still. Yeah.
Yeah, Derby got a chance.
And I didn't realise the goal difference was so close as well.
Yeah.
If they'd stuck another one past them, they'd have had level goal difference.
Yeah.
To the crew, Martin King says, are you planning a May the 4th podcast for those unable to attend? It's something we're thinking about. It's going to be extremely difficult because you need some sort of connection.
Yeah. I think we've ruled out a stream at the park, so anything from about 12:30 onwards is out of the question. But there is a small potential we might do something, so watch this space.
And we've got copyright issues and all sorts, and competitors with a bit more clout.
I thought you'd be a good idea if you, Claudio, was on a bike.
On a bike?
With a camera.
You can, Claudio, you can borrow my Mrs. Lambretta if you want, if it goes with the vibe. Put your Juventus shirt on.
Give it live footage of the parade as it went.
Ken, can we get you a chippy before we go?
I'm sure there'll be plenty of food outlets available.
I'd have worried Paul Cutterford because he nearly ran me over his mobility scooter to get in the ground. I said to myself, we need you at the front of the parade with that thing.
Apparently he's painted it sky blue. Yeah, he's painted it sky blue.
Ralph Wiggins, the chip batches at the Stag on Thursday were brilliant, highly recommended.
Yes, they were.
Cheryl Davies says, the club had nothing but shirts in, no flags or hats. We wanted something to take the game today, but nothing bad. not bad timing to move the shop to a massive opportunity missed by the club. Look, here's Miles.
Yeah.
You know, this is Miles. You all look like we've been relegated. No, the difference is you've had 10 pints of beer, you go into the fizzy moon, you've left us to do this. We've had to stay sober.
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't tell us you're doing
Sorry,
that, did you?
sorry, what's this about being sober? I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not for sure.
We're trying to do a professional job here.
Yes. I'm trying to keep it controlled.
Ryan Matthew J. I've rewatched the game as well when I came home. Ryan Matthew J. I'm so confident with signing Rushworth. He was making it very known today he wants to move. Another day. Another. Did you know we have scored 31 more goals than Millwall and 23 more than Borough? How did we do that? Says Mark R. Because we were so much better than them.
Because we made a sensational start, didn't we, to the season, which
We did.
it was catch as if you can sort of thing. And they never.
Steve Johnson says, fancy a drink sometime, Vicky.
Ooh.
Andrew saying nothing. Andrew, all he knows, fans whinged about everything. Sims, Hadji, and Santi would get into any team in the Championship. True, but we're thinking the Premier League.
Which is it?
There you go. Can I just show you this? So this is
Well, you can show me.
Mr. Cadden, who looks extremely sober,
Exactly.
clearly, with our friend Mark. Mr. Cadden, you look like you're in the anecdote there.
He is.
Yeah.
If you want to call us out, jump on, have a chat. Okay.
No, do not get him on here now.
Oh, no. Keep him off.
PCFC said Coventry are far bigger than Brighton, Brentford, Burnley, Bournemouth cover Premier team. Well, and Fulham and Crystal Palace. If we get it right, actually, here's a question to panel. Did you feel with the way Doug King? It was only a short speech, and obviously what is written on the back of the "We Are Back" posters. I do feel like he's going to give us a real go in the Premier League. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Personally, I think yes, he will. I think he'll back Frank, and he'll spend quite a bit of money. He'll be sensible though, but I think he'll surprise you and spend quite a bit of money. I really do. I don't know about the rest.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's I think it'd be like mix of like sensible, but giving it a real good go. He's not going to just throw money around on players that because when he spoke to Lorna in the week on the radio, and he was talking about that then about it's not always about it's about value, and just because you can spend a lot of money and it still be value, but it's making sure that is value. So you could spend 30 million on a player, and that's a lot for us because obviously smashing our transfer record, and that's a lot of money. But if it's the right player who's going to make a difference, that's still good value, isn't it? But it's spending 30 million on a player that adds nothing, isn't? So that's the impression I get, that he's looking at, we'll need to spend money, we're going to give it a good go, but I'm not just going to throw money around and put the club in jeopardy. And I'm happy with that. That's what I want. I want us to go forward step by step in a strong way, so that we've got this. So we stay up, but we stay in a sustainable way, so we can just keep on building and follow the sort of clubs that we've seen do that. Because we don't want to go through all that rubbish again, do we? We don't want to be. Today was magic. If we never have to go through that again, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If we can just find a way to stay in the Premier League and just grow, then that's what I want. And I believe that's what he's looking to do. Yeah.
Jack, I'm right in saying that Onyeka's going to cost us 8 million. Is that right?
I think it's 8 million in total. I don't believe
that's
there's
a done
any
deal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a done deal. That's done. Frank Onyeka is our first signing of the summer window. That's done and done. I agree with Vicky. I don't think we're going to splash the cash. We're not going to do a Forest and get 22, 23 players in this summer. I feel like we need north of 5. I don't think he'll go more than 10 players. And I mostly agree with Vicky in the fact that hopefully this is the last time we ever get promoted to the top division, because hopefully we'll be in the top division. But if we have to do what Leeds have done, or if we have to do what other teams have done, in the fact that, like Fulham, for example, they've jumped up, they've come back down, they've jumped up again, and it takes a couple of seasons of up and down to sustain yourself. Then that's absolutely fine. You know, and unless you buy an entirely new squad like Sunderland have done, like Forest have done, you're not going to stay up. It's as simple as that. We're not going to stay up with these 23 or 20 odd players that we've got on our books. But at the same time, we're not going to buy a new team, because we're not that sort of team. We don't do that sort of business. So if it's going to take a little bit of up and down over the next 5 years, that's fine, as long as we have a sustainable method of doing that. We're not going to break FFP in any division, whichever that be, and we're gonna do it the Coventry way, I suppose, like Doug says. Then that's fine. Let's do it reasonably. Let's not replace an entire squad, but we need to do the right business. We don't need to do any business. We need to do the right business for the club, the squad, for the personnel, for Frank Lampard. And the way that, like Claudio says, that Doug spoke earlier, it seems like that's going to be the way we go about it. And who's excited for a Premier League transfer window? Let's be honest. I think we all are. And I know I said the other night at the Stag that I don't think we'll sign Carl Rushworth. Maybe that statement slightly changed since I saw him do his...
I think you should change your mind.
Full time today. He wants to sign. Look, that's no secret. He wants to sign for us. But if Brighton say, here's a new contract, here's 50 grand a week, here's 4 years, you're our number one keeper, is he going to turn it down? We'll see. We'll see what the summer brings.
Paul Conn says, watch the City since 1969. The guys have done us proud. I think 2 free agents are Robinson from Liverpool, John Stones, but we must sign up Rushworth as a priority.
Yeah.
Frank Wood says, I think BTA would have got 20 plus goals this season had he not been injured.
He was out for a long time, wasn't he? Injured.
Salop says, fair play to all the fans who went to the games home and away in Div 2. I gave up after going to a couple of games at Northampton. I decided I would not go again until those who shall not be named left. Martin Higgins says, I think Clary Borton was our last prolific goal scorer. Just a thought. Okay. There aren't going to be many here alive. I think we'll remember that, Martin. I know Martin's a big fan of the History podcast. Yes. I read this from a distance, and I thought it said, Claudio Cardellino was crap. And I realised it said Claudio Cardellino's sound was crap. All right, sorry.
It's not the first time he's been told that.
Yes. Frank Wood says, Claudio, you were at the lunch when Nicola said, we have got to upgrade the sound system. I was at that lunch, yes. And she did say that.
But she hasn't done it.
Well, it's a lot of work, I think, is going to take place. Did the team feel parting the part numbers too late? 50,000. Leicester's Premiership part was free and attracted 250,000. If free would have attracted 100,000. Well, it's free. That's why they got 250,000. And it's a difficult one. I'm not going to go.
Did Leicester have artists on? I'm not sure if they did they?
I don't know, but that's Leicester. It's a different scenario. That would have been before, obviously, the incidents at Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool only happened last year? Or the year before?
Last year.
Last year. Yeah, so it's all changed. Mark Dan, good point. Not heard any mention of Coventry Building Society and their sponsorship of the ground. Mark R again. We were struggling to see what was going on through the arch thing. But one of the streamers had been shot. We couldn't see anything. Had to watch it on the big screen.
Yeah. That's the only problem, isn't it? You're probably right. It should have probably been the away
that away corner, yeah.
Nicely put there from Philip Metcalf. This season has been the greatest show on earth.
Wow.
Back to you, Ken.
Okay, all right. Let's quickly go through the second half then, because it started quite convincingly. Actually, I thought we'd come out well. We had a few chances here and there, and I thought again, Vicky. I thought we were on top. Obviously, then you always got the worry of them counter-attacking and breaking away, because they've got good players, haven't they? And at the end of the day, they can punish you. And they did have a couple of breakaways where they could have scored, but they never, and we kept them at bay. And the second half, the goals were pretty late in the day. But I mean, what did you think of the free kick?
That goal was top. That's cracking, isn't it?
I said to the guy behind me, I goes, I wouldn't be surprised if this flies in. He goes, I think it's going to go over the bar, he says. You can tell, I said, well, I don't know. It's a good position for him. It's ideal. And I've seen him plenty of times score from there. But, yeah, I mean, the free kick, fantastic free kick. And so much power behind it as well, wasn't there?
Well, so I thought the keeper was going to get it and keep it out, but it was past his hand before he'd even had time to properly deal with it. I mean, yeah. And it's just those sorts of things, aren't they? Because it's something special again on a special day, like a quality goal. We didn't just creep over the line with a scrappy 1-0 result. Yeah. That's like a proper goal to get everyone going, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we still on 80 minutes. I think we scored, but he made his changes on 60 minutes. Didn't he? The normal changes that we expected, with Hadji Wright and Sims coming on, and Thorpe coming on as well. But what I thought was nice, Jamie Allen come on as well, didn't he?
Yeah, that was really nice. I think getting his and a nice reaction from the crowd. So yeah, that's special, isn't it? Because he's been a great servant to the club, hasn't he? We're here today. We had the chance to be where we are today on the back of work from players that have been and gone, and Alan's one of the ones that's still actually around. But he played a massive part in getting us to having a chance to do what we did today. So yeah, it was nice that that was recognised.
Yeah, and there was a couple of playing against us, obviously, that had been there. Dom Hyam, Callum Doyle, Matty James, even. I knew he played the games, but they were a little part of the journey, weren't they, on the way up, sort of thing. So, but yeah, it was nice to. I'm sure the crowd remembered Callum Doyle. It could have been you. I heard that going around the ground. Jack, then the winning goal. Well, not the winning goal. The third goal. Just rounded it all off, didn't it? Mason Clark, he's on fire.
Yeah, it was perfect, wasn't it? I mean, the ball from Frank Onyeka was fantastic. He's looked for those a few times and been unsuccessful, but it was perfect. And for everyone to actually stay on side for once is a change, isn't it? He's always offside. Yeah. But he timed his run perfectly. I think there was a man marking Ellis that was quite deep into his own box that allowed everyone to stay on side. And yeah, just really well taken. You put everyone in those positions, he's going to bury him. He's very good. Like I say, he's got 10 goals this season now. So clearly his prolificness from the wing is very good in this division. And it rounded off an absolutely perfect day, especially because I think they had a half chance just when we'd gone 2-1 up with Kiefer Moore being in the box, header on target. I know it was easy bread and butter for Rushworth, but you can see those going in, especially because it's Kiefer Moore. You see the cross come in, Kiefer rises, and you think, "Oh God, here we go again!" And
yeah, when he come on, I must admit I got a little bit worried when he come on.
It was worrying, but Efron did the business and rounded off back-to-back man of the matches, another goal, and just fantastic.
Yeah, that's 10 goals obviously this season he's got, and I think he'll fit nicely. I think in the Premier League at Mason Clark, mind you. I think Claudia, didn't we have to pay £1 million to Peterborough?
Yeah, £1 million, and if we don't go down next season, they get another $1 million.
Oh, okay.
That's second half though. Wrexham had a 1-on-1. Yet again, Carl Rushworth makes a save, a really important save at 1-1. You know, so yeah, they did get behind us a couple of times.
Yeah, and they've got some good players, no doubt about that. They've got some dangerous players.
I want to know, how many times does a certain player have to foul before he gets booked? Because
it depends. Is your name Frank Onyeka or Josh Eccles?
It's one.
Because
and it's one.
Who scored the goal for Wrexham?
Rathbone.
That tackle on Eccles deserved a yellow card in the first. Nothing. Then there's another one. Nothing. I'm thinking this is getting silly now. And then he pulls, and that one, was it the yellow card for Josh? It's nothing, 90 yards away from our goal.
The thing is, though, if he'd have given all the other challengers a yellow and then given Eccles a yellow, we couldn't complain. There's no room for complaint, because if he's given every foul a yellow, then Eccles deserves a yellow. The fact that Rathbone, it took him 3 or 4, didn't it? The ref even went that one, and that one.
He pointed, didn't he? He pointed,
and then he was hooked 5 minutes later. So it's like the ref, the Phil Parkinson clearly knew. He was like, right, this guy's got to go off now. He had his fair amount of chances, but like I say, Eccles and Onyeka, first foul, booking. Really? Yeah. And none of that refereeing performance cost us anything. Didn't cost Wrexham anything either. But again, it's just going back to the basics. There's no consistency either way.
That's what you want, consistency in a referee. And he's refereed us a few times this season, if you remember. I remember him a couple of times this season. He's been at the CBS Arena.
Oh, as soon as we saw him, Lucas said, "Oh no, it's him again."
Yeah, I can't remember what game, but
it was funny with talk because it was coming on, and Lucas said it was 1-1 at the time, wasn't it? He said, "I reckon it will score," and then of course he lines up with that free kick. We're both sitting there going, "It's about the right distance."
Ideal position for it.
It's an ideal distance, isn't it? I mean, it's gone in. I must admit, I do think the keeper should have done better.
Well, I don't know whether he expected it to go in one of the corners, or and he's maybe caught him by surprise by sort of going.
It's a poor hand.
Yeah.
He tried to flick it over, and I think it was like underneath the crossbar.
And he's missed it completely. Yeah.
He didn't. He completely lost the fight the ball, I think. But fair play to Torpy to do it with Kiefer Moore in the middle of the wall. But you know, when Kiefer Moore doesn't score, he looks crap. I'm sorry. Yeah, the 2 lads in our defence held him pretty well.
Yeah,
and I didn't think. Yeah, when people said, "Oh, we could do with a player like him," they said that when he scored the hat-trick against us.
Well, he did, but you've got to remember that night we had a makeshift
defensively. We were dreadful that night. That's why he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, and we had a
you were there.
As well.
And I was there.
You were there. I think we have. Didn't we have the Wolf and was it Nats playing? I think
no.
It was Kessler, Hayden, Wolfenden, Kitchen, and Bidwell.
That's it. Yeah,
it was all over the place that night.
Well, yeah,
but the victory was fantastic. And yes, Miles, we are happy, but we're also knackered while you're in the pub enjoying yourself.
It's been a very, very day. So
it's been a long, long day. It's been a long weekend, in fact.
You don't have to be in the pub to be enjoying yourselves.
Oh,
you can drink alcohol on the air.
But yeah, and the icing on the cake was that final goal, because there's no better way to wrap up a game in the last minute. And did you know why they didn't show up how many minutes? 2 games running.
Well, I was wondering
on the pitch.
I said to the guy next to me, I said, did he come and put his board up to say how many minutes? He goes, I've never seen him.
Vicky said the right answer. What's the right answer, Vicky?
So no one coming on the pitch because no one knows when the game's going to finish.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. And I was convinced. I thought that he goes, "Oh, he's been out, didn't I?" I goes, "I haven't seen him. He definitely didn't do it."
No, because it had it on the TV when I was watching it, and they said there's 5 minutes injury time. And I actually went, I was rewatching. I went, "Where's he got that from?"
I was wondering. I thought the clock obviously carries on, doesn't it, on the scoreboard now? So, but we didn't know when it was going to end because I didn't know how many minutes were added on. Obviously, if you're watching on telly, then they would have known. But
so there you go.
That's easy. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And I've got to say, I thought it was great that the fans didn't. It was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, we don't want any issues with fines and stuff.
We are a big club. We don't need to run on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's only
it just spoils it for everybody else because obviously the players were going to stay on the pitch. They were going to parade the trophy. They were going to come round and join in the celebration. So they don't need any players on the pitch, fans on the pitch at all. No need for it, really, is there?
Yeah, we're not York City and Rochdale.
That was a good game, though, wasn't it?
We've had enough of that in the past, haven't we?
Well, the thing is, because the fans ran on the pitch, the referee adds on the 2 minutes that York City scored the goal in.
Yeah,
the game was finished almost.
Yeah,
that's what happens. We've had it in the past with goalkeepers wasting time. We've had it this season where we've scored a goal at the death because of it. So you reap what you sow. I wonder if Ryan Reynolds is offering a trip to Vegas.
I'll go.
I'd go. I'd go to Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds.
You go to the Billy Mega Chippy with Ryan Reynolds.
I would as well.
In fairness, Vicky, so would I. Yeah, I do like a bit of Deadpool. Anthony Pesper, Claudio, in the elephant pants on a bike. Now that's a vision. Well, we'll be taking the elephant pants to Watford. They're going with me.
Yes.
Oh my God! Who's coach on? You're not coming to the Warwick one, are you?
Yeah, we got me, Claudio, Miles on the same coach. He's gonna be wearing his bloody squeaky toy all the way there.
Yeah, we can squeak my toy. Thank you, Doug, Super Frank, all the backroom staff and players for the season of our lives. It has been. I'm not going to go over the top yet because we've got one more game. We'll leave that to the last show. I'm kind of stunned. I'm really stunned with the whole thing. It's just incredible. Kevin Turner said, today is my daughter's 16th birthday. Happy birthday to you. When we got to our seats, the club had put a laminated birthday card on the back of her seat as well as a sign.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cool, that is.
It's nice.
That is cool. Looking forward to the Saints v Ipswich game. Who do the panel think will get auto seconds? Oh, that's a great question. Come on, then. So, where are we in the trade now?
Ipswich for me.
Well, you don't know where they're playing yet, do you?
So again?
You just jumped in. You don't know who they're playing yet.
I thought you said you get to the auto. I think.
Well, don't you want to know what fixtures are? They could be playing two tough teams.
I know they've got to play Southampton, haven't they?
Right, so it's on Tuesday.
Doesn't he mean like the last game? So who's going to get autos?
Ipswich are going to play first, though, aren't they? Southampton. So that will make a difference.
Right. So for the whole top 7, basically, because that's who could all finish in a playoff position minimum. Tuesday, you've got Southampton Ipswich at 7:45, and then on Saturday, when obviously we're away at Watford. The important games are Hull City at home to Norwich, Ipswich at home to QPR. So both Norwich and QPR have got nothing to play for. You've got Millwall at home to Oxford, who are already relegated. You've got Preston at home to Southampton. Now, Preston are obviously mid-table. Their season's finished, technically. And you've got Wrexham at home to Middlesbrough. Now, Wrexham are obviously vying for a playoff place. Middlesbrough, depending upon Tuesday night's result between Southampton and Ipswich, Middlesbrough could still be automatically promoted in that moment. So you could end up, at the moment, the Wrexham-Middlesbrough game is all to play for, although it could mean on Saturday that Middlesbrough have got nothing to play for. So they're the 5 relevant games. Obviously, Derby, sorry, I've missed them off. Derby at home to Sheffield United. Now, Derby could still sneak a 6th place finish. So based on that, obviously bearing in mind you've got your Ipswich Southampton on Tuesday, who's going up from that?
What's the goal difference that Southampton and Ipswich have got?
So Ipswich's goal difference is plus 30. Southampton's is plus 24. Obviously, that is a double swing because of Tuesday night's game. If Southampton win by 3, they would be equal. Borough is 25. Millwall is 13. So on goal difference, Millwall are out the question. The other 2 are just about in the conversation. And then between Wrexham, Hull and Derby, Derby in 8th have got 9. Wrexham 4, Hull 3. So if Derby were to draw, for example, and Wrexham and Hull both lose, Derby would be in on goal difference. There's all to play for in terms of points and goal difference. It's really all to play for. That's fantastic. The fact we've got a division going down to the last day from 2nd all the way to 8th is brilliant.
That's harder to call now because of the Derby thing. Derby at home, are they?
Derby are at home to Sheffield United, who are on a poor run of form, actually. They've lost 2 on the bounce. The last
yeah, I fancy Derby to win that, to give them 72, which means Wrexham have to win, which I don't see him doing. I don't see him doing that. I think Hull City will win against Norwich.
So Hull are in the playoffs then, in your book, Claudio?
Yeah, I think they are. And I think Southampton will beat Ipswich.
Ooh.
But I can't see either Ipswich or Millwall losing the last game. I think they'll win their last game.
We'll put it this way. Regardless of Tuesday night, if Ipswich beat Queen's Park Rangers at home on Saturday, they are promoted on goal difference by 17 plus goal difference to Millwall. So if Ipswich win, they're up, regardless of the scoreline.
Yeah, they're struggling to win games, though, aren't they?
But it's at home, Claudio. It's at home.
Well, they struggled to beat Sheffield Wednesday at home, didn't they?
So did we, and we've won the league.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't shout. I'm saying they're struggling to win. Is what I'm saying.
And also, there's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Going into one game to like win it. Like maybe like around Christmas time, you just thought, oh yeah, Ipswich should beat QPR at home. Like last game of the season, when you're playing for promotion, that's a whole different. Like that's when the jelly leg set in, and so that's much harder to call, isn't it, as to how that might pan out.
In an ideal world, there's something mad happens, because I love things like this.
Yeah.
And Millwall and Ipswich ends up just getting a point at the remaining games, and somehow Middlesbrough leapfrogged them at the last minute, because that's how football works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A last goal or something, and then you kind of think the two teams who do deserve to go up this season, well, apart from us, well, the other team is Middlesbrough, as far as I'm concerned, because of what they did with us at the start of the season. Yeah, I don't want Ipswich to look.
Can I just caveat that? As much as I agree with you, Claudio, we said a while back, if you extrapolate our form, forget our high periods and low periods, if you extrapolate our form across a whole season, then we deserve to go up, right? We've only lost 7 games. Ipswich have only lost 8 games. Both Middlesbrough and Southampton have lost 10. Millwall have lost 11. So actually, by saying that Middlesbrough deserve to go up, is that just because they've been sat second for most of the season? Whereas actually, if you average the form, Ipswich's form is better, which is bizarre.
Yeah, I'd like to know how many games Ipswich have won because of a dodgy penalty this season.
Well, they've had 10 penalties. They've had 10 penalties, which is double us. We've had 5, and we're in second on the penalty table, which is just mad.
Well, only in the second half of the season we had penalties. First half of the season we had hardly any. Well,
they've had some get out of jail cards this season with penalties, I know. So
we could have had 2 against us, and Hadji Wright was pulled down.
When you consider the size of Middlesbrough's squad in terms of the depth they've got compared to Ipswich, I think Middlesbrough or Millwall fully deserve to go up this season with how they've done it.
Yeah.
Sod the parachute payment clubs.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said, didn't we? We said earlier in the season that like if we go up with 2 teams that haven't got any parachute payment money, that's great. That's like just setting a bit of balance back again about teams that have got better resources. Yeah, that's nice to see, isn't it? That gives hope to all fans of clubs that have like had difficult times and haven't maybe got the same resources. I just think that's a nice story.
Yeah, and I think now that we've got promoted, I think I might try and start pushing for the no relegation from the Premier League.
Well, to build on Vicky's point, like I said, there are technically 6 financial powerhouses in this division. You've got 4 with parachute payments and 2 that have got Hollywood money, as we've said. So if Millwall and Borough, or even if Hull, technically, Derby can get into the playoffs, then that would be unbelievable to prove that no matter what you come up against, you can do it.
Yeah. The thing is as well, that goes like when you're saying about the 6 powerhouses there, which is right, and then people are going, "Oh, it's a weak league and all that rubbish." And so, well, you've got 6 teams there with all that resources. Just because they've underperformed and we've performed so well and been so excellent all season that we've got champions, doesn't make it a weak league. Those 6 teams, just because they haven't been able to get themselves in order to challenge us, it isn't a weak league. That's 6 strong teams there. At the beginning of the season, you wouldn't have looked at that and thought, "Oh, this is a weak league." You'd have looked at it and thought, "Oh, look at all those strong teams that are all trying to vie for the title." And just because they've had various issues,
but surely it's a weak league if the powerhouses are all at the top.
Yeah, because no one's competing with them. Yeah.
So last season was a weak league, you could say then, because the powerhouse, the 2 teams you expected to go up went up.
Yeah,
and Sunderland snuck in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, Sunderland finished. Was it the joke was going around online that they finished 15 points behind Burnley, but they're currently 16 points ahead of Burnley in the Premier League table? Is it so that they've made that gap up and they're staying up and Burnley are relegated? So fair play that's the joke going around. It's brilliant.
Sheffield United have lost 2 more games than Oxford United this season. Sheffield United have lost 22 matches.
Wow.
I thought he was isn't he meant to be a good manager? Just saying.
Well, they brought him back for a reason.
Wow. When does the retain list come out, says Rich T? Does anybody know?
It will be at the end of June. There's no significant date for that, but contracts technically expire on the 30th of June. So it wouldn't surprise me if we put out a retain list the middle of late to June. There's no official time that we have to do it. And technically, a retained list is just everyone that's under contract plus or then less anyone that we've agreed a mutual termination with, basically. So as it stands, the 3 loan players will go back. Technically, Frank Onyeka's not retained player because we'll lose him and then we'll buy him as an obligation. So it's an ambiguity. But then you've got the odd player like Ben Wilson that I've got a feeling we might have some sort of mutual termination with, because there's been a bit of a weird camaraderie between Bidwell, Allen and Ben Wilson after games recently. And it feels like because Bidwell and Allen are both out of contract, they're obviously going to be let go. That's it. We're not going to give them a new contract, are we? Let's be honest. But the way that Ben Wilson's been sort of mingling with those 2, it feels like they already know that they're the 3 that are being let go. That, to me, that's just my opinion. So we'll find out. Ben Wilson's still got another year on his contract, but if we keep him around as a 3rd choice keeper, I get it. But I'd also understand that if we let him go, we'll find out in about 2 months' time.
It'd be a very good cheap 3rd choice.
Yeah,
to have, and he'd still do a job for you.
Yeah. I guess it depends what he wants as well, doesn't it? Like he might want to go out and get a bit more, like know that he can. I mean, at the very least, be 2nd choice, so he thinks he's going to get some more game time than he's got recently here. So I guess that's down to him.
Yeah,
you said.
Sorry, Karen.
Just because you said earlier in the show, Claudia, that the transfer window there's 2 weeks in June. It actually opens on the 16th of June and then runs right through to August. So it's like a longer transfer window. So it opens, because I just Googled that while you were chatting earlier. It said it opens on the 16th of June, but it isn't just 2 weeks. It just carries straight through then. So
while the World Cup's on.
Yeah.
While the World Cup's on, it'll carry on.
I'll be able to concentrate on that because I'll have nothing else to watch, will I?
Concentrate on what players that might shine in the World Cup. You never know them. There's a lot of I've got a funny feeling we might bring a couple of foreigners in, outside the UK. So we thought that the last time the World Cup was on in the USA, we didn't do that great, did we? We've had a couple of decent ones from abroad, though, overseas, haven't we? So
yeah, like Min Hyuk Yang.
Well, okay, but that's
not his fault, though.
No. He got a weird reception today, didn't he, Minnie? Which he got a good cheer, which I find bizarre.
He picks up a medal then?
Well, I don't actually know what the rules are. I know the Premier League, it's 5 appearances. I have no idea, but don't forget he played about 15 championship games for Pompey. So I don't think there's an ambiguity there with the rules that he's made 20 odd appearances in the championship, but only 3 for us. And weirdly, I was looking at his appearances. He's made 4 appearances for the Sky Blues this season. He started against Stoke in the FA Cup. We lost. He then came off the bench against Norwich. We lost. He came off the bench against QPR. We lost. And he came off the bench against Oxford. We drew that 0-0. So he has contributed to a grand total of 0 points. And I know he wasn't on the pitch when we lost to Stoke. It was 0-0 when he was subbed off. But he didn't technically contribute to anything positive for our season, which is just a shame because he looked quite good when we signed him, I thought. Just a really weird transfer.
I think the arrival of Marcelo at the same sort of time pushed him down the pecking order, didn't he? I think, if you like. But
the Martin King's just said that there's another, and I've just checked. So he's put there's another window. So you were technically right, Claudio. So it's basically a window all summer because there's another window, 1st to 10th of June.
Right.
Then that shuts. So that's the special one you were talking about, and then that window that I said from the 16th right through the whole summer. So there's barely any time when there's not a transfer this summer.
Just to clarify, it shuts for 6 days.
I know. What's the point? Like, what is the point?
That's what nonsense that is.
It's very strange, isn't it?
Right,
I don't know why
Matthew,
the bothering to shut it. It makes no sense.
it's still incredible to me that in the space of one season, we've purchased our own stadium and lifted a trophy that takes us to the Prem in that very stadium. Unreal. Mr. Dino says. All we've got to do next season, beat the worst 3 teams below us and then build on that the following season. Frank is a winner. I think we'll be higher than 14th or 15th. Imagine that. Well, our average position in the Premier League was 15th before we got relegated. Well, even after we got relegated, it's still 15th.
Just to clarify with that, though, Claudio, is that when the Premier League was first brought in, wasn't there 22 teams in it for about 8 years? Am I right in saying that?
Can't remember, but we're 15th.
Well, that's positive, is what I'm saying. That actually is in more of our favour than a 20 league team.
I think it was reduced fairly quickly.
It was a couple of years, though, for sure.
Yeah, but it's 15th anyway. Hello, Cov fans. It's from Tony Ipswich. I spoke so highly about your team. Well done on winning league and all the best in the Prem. Don't invest in top championship players because it doesn't work. Do what Sunderland did and get top flight players. I think this is the key, isn't it? This is, You
need quality, don't you? You need quality.
Yeah. I only regret this season is not seeing more of Kane Kessler-Hayden. I think he would have scored a fair few goals had he played through the season, but you couldn't swap him for Milan. Tony says, lol, thanks for the 6 points. Hopefully we go with you because we could do those precious Premier League wins.
That's what we want Middlesbrough to. That's what we want Middlesbrough to go up, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. John Murch says, Ken, are the Stag and Hen doing a chip batches for the parade? They would have a good day, and no doubt you'd buy one or two, and everyone else. Well, the trouble is they're nowhere near it, are they?
No, not unless they have a mobile trailer. You never know.
The Stag and Hen mega chippy.
On wheels, yeah.
Anthony Pettifer says, is glad that we explain the extra time non-display.
Yes.
Neil Lishman, Torp is a bit of an enigma. Great early season form, stepped off the gas mid-season. At times looks nowhere near on his game in the patchy away from home, but other times looks Premier ready. I think what you're saying there, Lee, describes a lot of our squad, to be honest. When they're all on it, all together, we score 7 goals past QPR. When we're not all on it, we get 3 goals like today. When they're not on it, we do badly. And that's not been very often this season, to be honest. And that's...
Do you think, though, Claudia, that actually reflects most football players,
I
and
think
the
so.
trick is to get the most of them to do most of their work most of the time. So this season, that's what we've done. We've got most of our players performing the best for most of the season, and that's why we're champions. But actually, probably all players are doing the same, aren't they? It's not just our players. Like, we see our players week in, week out, so we grumble about their off days. But probably every fan of every club in every league is thinking the same about players in their team.
Uncle Jonga says on Sky, they said they reckon only 4 of the current team would make step into the Premier League. Wonder who and which positions are under threat. Wow.
Just to look back on, just to look back on your home versus away point. I know there's one game left now, so this is going to be fairly accurate information here. There are only 5 teams in the Championship that have performed better away from home than at home this season. One of those is Sheffield Wednesday, and the difference is a point, by the way. 7 points away from home, 8 points. Sorry, 7 points at home, 8 away from home. One of those is Norwich, who I think lost their first 8 home games all under Liam Manning, which obviously turned around very, very significantly. One of those is Millwall, who have a home game left at the end of this season, who could technically turn, if they win at home, their form is better at home than it is away, but only if they win. And then the other 2 are Bristol City, where the difference is 1 point currently. And again, they have a home game to turn that around. And your 5th team are Blackburn Rovers, who away from home have got 31 points. At home have only picked up 21. So in all honesty, if you take Norwich out of the equation because of their poor form under Manning compared to his name's gone, Philippe Clement, then there's only one team that have performed better away from home, which is Blackburn Rovers. So every team other than Blackburn Rovers perform better at home than they do away. That's just a fact that we have to get used to, and that's just taking the Championship. That's not looking at any other division as well. So we might find that home form is absolutely key when we go up to the Premier League, basically.
What's our record at home this season, Jack?
At home, we've won 17, drawn 4, lost 2 in the league. You can obviously count an extra win against Luton Town at home if you want to.
That's just incredible, isn't it? That is one hell of a home.
55 points we've amassed at home, Claudio. And the slightly disappointing thing is because of Millwall's result the other day, we can only finish 2nd in the away table. Not that that matters, not that it means anything. But Millwall have a better away record than us, even if we blast Watford 10-0, which is just a minor thing. It literally means nothing, like I say, but would be nice to top both home and away.
Yeah.
Our friend from Ipswich says, your ladies are right. Well, there's only one lady, I assure you. Millwall and Borough, who deserve to go up. They've done great. Be careful on the parachute payment hate, because when you're relegated next season, the hate will be on you. Well, we've got news for you, Tony. We're not getting relegated.
Stay where we are. Stay there.
Oh, there you go. We've wound him up still. Come on, then. And as for Pens, he really reined you in here. And as for Pens, unfortunately, we do dive a lot, and it is poor. Okay, we learnt that from the Prem, because be ready, gents. You'll be facing diving every game. VAR will be against you, and every tackle will. Well, we know, mate. We know probably FA Cup semi-final, so we're quite aware of that. Although it played in our favour against Wolves, didn't it? Because that could have been gone the other way, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And it's Sims' goal. Cameron, Andrew Bowen, Rudy needs an operation on his shoulder for a long time now. But get him sorted quickly so he can recover for next season. That's exactly right. Pete Tan says, we are staying up.
Yes.
Back to you, Ken.
Okay. I can't find our prediction table, Jack. I don't know what you did with it, but it's not on there.
It's not on there. I've not updated it, so I'll update it before Saturday's game.
If you can do that, that'd be great, because I'd like to see if I'm still top. Right. Which I think I am, don't I? Play the season. If you haven't voted yet, please vote now. You could win next season's Hummel. It's going to be Hummel because we've extended the contract with Hummel. Home or away shirts, you've got your choice. All you have to do is put your selection of your player of the season to info@skyblue.fans.tv, and you'll go in the draw. That will be closing this week. I think Thursday is the last day you can do it. Thursday evening. So player of the season, email your the player you want to win it, or do you think you'll win it, to info@skybluefans.tv, please. You can win your new Premier League home or away shirt. How about that, Premier League? Also, when's Miles getting his tattoo again? Have you got the date?
Wednesday,
6th of May.
Sorry,
6th.
Wednesday the 6th.
Wednesday, 6th of May. Miles is getting his tattoo done at this place here. If you want to come and join him, you can come down and look. We'll be videoing the event, but you can come down and give him a bit of support if you want, or if you want to tattoo yourself. He's doing a special deal, I believe, black and white one for 100, or a colour one for 120. That's for the Coventry City badge. So if you want to get yourself one, then please.
We will be live streaming that as well, by the way.
Yes, so the pain and the agony will be seen in his face. So also, now this is the map, I believe, of the parade. If you're not sure where it's going, where it's starting, they're sort of going over the other side of town this time. So rather than coming up sort of Billy Road end and that end and into town that way, it's sort of from the CBS, and it's going through Holbrooks, Cowden, Radford, and then eventually stopping at Morgan Park, isn't it? That's the route. So if you want to plan where you're going to be to welcome the team, or you can just meet at Memorial Park if you want. That's the route they're taking. So so beware. A lot of roads will be closed on that Monday, the 4th of May. Well, this is fantastic. This is today. Obviously, some of the pictures from today. I never ever thought I'd see this, but with our trophy being lifted at home amongst capacity crowd, it was brilliant. Very emotional day, and it was I've watched all the videos of it. You've got to go through loads of videos and different shots of it, but it's basically and interviews with Doug King and Lampard and Matty Grimes. So there's loads of different interviews to look for too as well on the. I'm sure City Live, City Unseen. Sorry, will be bringing theirs out as well, which will be very interesting. Normally is. There's Miles again. That's one we've seen earlier. Also, there I am. Yes, that's I ran down, and I don't sit far away from Vicky, just to get a nice little picture just before the celebrations started. It was good.
Who's the girl with ginger hair there next to you, Ken?
How would I? Oh, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not saying nothing. And of course, that's brilliant. That's the champions. That's our Sky Blue season promotion party, 2nd of May. That was with DJ Molesy, of course. Who else? At the Old Shepherd, if you want to go down there on the 2nd of May, from 11:30 onwards. So and there you go. And there, of course, is the trophy with the Sky Blue ribbons on. Tell us a little bit about this trophy, Claudio, because this is the original trophy with, from the Football League, isn't it? The same one?
Yeah, the old Division 1 trophy. Because when the Premier League started, I just presumed they're going to carry on with the same trophies. I didn't realise that the Premier League, when they started, had a complete, had their own trophy. I just thought they were going to stay with these old ones. Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because obviously this is the one that Liverpool, Man United and all that league are the last ones to win it. And it's that trophy.
There's a few big clubs in there, big club names on there, yeah.
Well, there's huge clubs on there, but I kind of think maybe they should have sacked them all off when the Premier League started and started a new trophies for all divisions. It just seems a bit weird that the Football League still kept this trophy when it was the top tier trophy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what we do know is
because I've never seen it lifted in person.
No,
I don't think I have. Well, did they lift it?
Claudia, you have.
Well, today, I mean, yeah, obviously.
Today.
Yeah.
We did it. Come on.
Apart from today at Wembley, when we won obviously Checker Trade and stuff, that's the only ever times I've ever, and the FA Cup obviously in '87.
Yeah, but I thought this trophy was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was massive. You know what I mean? But it's not as big as I thought.
Yeah.
And maybe with the last time I don't know. It just seemed bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
I've heard that before. Anyway,
there'll be another name added to it very shortly, of course. So,
sorry to jump in. Can I just give a shout out to Jebbo? He's come to 4 or 5 Cov games this season. He interviewed Vicky outside Bramall Lane and outside Ewood Park the other week. He interviewed me before the Stoke game and today. He covers content of Premier League all the way down to National League divisions, North, South, whatever. He's a fantastic. He's a great guy. He's Nevertonian, big toffee, and hopefully he can come on our podcast next season when we play them. I'm sure he'd be happy to. He spoke to me about doing that. He covered the Rochdale York game yesterday. He was there. Go and check out his channel. Fantastic content. It's just a vlogger, just a regular guy, but it's brilliant stuff what he does all on his own. You know, we're a team and we do this sort of thing, but he's fantastic on his own. And yeah, he was there today, so I'm sure his video will be out either tonight or tomorrow, including our trophy lift. He was sat in the home end, very close to the away fans. So with his content, he tends to try and sit near away fans or home fans, whichever end he's sat in. So he gets a bit of the banter between home and away fans, which is fantastic. He covered obviously a fight and a couple of pitch invasions yesterday, and our trophy lift today. So if you get a chance, go and check out Jebbo. He's fantastic. And just to comment on Jack Taylor's comment here, so there is a last entry towards the Memorial Park. So obviously this is the parade route. That's going to go from about 1 p.m. start to about 4 p.m. I reckon that'll probably be delayed just because everything's delayed this day and age. But there is a last entry at the Memorial Park at 3 p.m. and it says no exceptions. So if you want to go and see the bus on parade and make it to the Memorial Park, just go to the CBS or go very, very close to the CBS. You need to go and see it very, very quickly and then get yourself to the Memorial Park, which is obviously the opposite end of the city.
Via another route, yes.
Yeah, if you're not in the city, if you're not in the Memorial Park by 3 p.m., you won't be allowed in. It says no exceptions.
Who said the parade's going to finish at 4 o'clock?
It does say that on some of the stuff that the club have put out.
But that's just a guesstimate, isn't it?
Well, like I say, it probably will be delayed. That's a guesstimate, but everything goes wrong when you do this sort of parade, don't you? So
I've clapped them enough already this season.
And also, don't forget, the parade is being live streamed from the Memorial Park, probably in its entirety. So you can see the entire bus parade from the Memorial Park.
So you can watch. So what you're saying is you can watch it at home, and as it gets closer.
No. That's not what I said. I said it's being live streamed at the Memorial Park. I don't know whether it's being live streamed on the internet or whether it's just being live streamed to the park.
Right.
I think it's just being live streamed to the park.
It'd be nice if they did it on the internet for people who live. Like we know from this show that there's fans all around the world. Like, it'd be nice if they could do that on the internet so everyone can join in.
Yeah, some live footage from as it leaves, or maybe a car or vehicle in front, videoing the bus as it moves along in the crowd, sort of thing. That would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. And that gives you opportunities for people who can't make it for whatever reason. There might mobility issues as well, obviously. For the various reasons they can't get there, to see it, and that would be good if that's been done. Hopefully it would be. So all going well. Claudia's disappeared. I'm not quite sure.
I'm in the protection program thing at the minute. I don't know what's happening to my camera. Keep talking.
He's getting his pants on. That's what's happening.
That's no camera. That camera again.
I just set up another camera while you're all talking amongst yourselves.
Well, there's some combination of photos from today. There'll be loads in your papers and online over the next 24 hours, I'm sure, for you all to catch up on. Interviews galore to look at. So it's just going to be such a memorable day, and just so many to take in, really. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now, we were at Stag and Hen on Thursday evening, which is a fantastic night. We had we spoke to quite a lot of fans on the night. We also gave Miles a cake, a lovely cake, for all his hard work he does. Bless him, organising all these live events, which we kept it from. We didn't know anything about it. We presented it to him on the night. I just happened to see it actually in my local bakery, and I seen this Champions cake, and I thought, I'll get that. It's quite a reasonable price, and I thought I'll get that, and I'll give it to Miles for all his hard work and stuff that he does. But yeah, from the team. So we did that. So he's quite shocked at that. So it was quite nice. He did appreciate that. But it was a great night. I must say the landlord and everything that played that night. We had musical entertainment, didn't we, Claudio and Jack? I know Vicky, you couldn't make it because you had other things you were dealing with, but it was a great night had by all, wasn't it?
It was. I just got to let the cat out. Sorry.
Go on, Jack. Jack, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic night. It's great to, we do this online and we have all your comments in, and it's fantastic. We absolutely love it. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it, right? We do love it, but going to these in-person events and meeting you guys and for you to, you know us, you know our faces, and you come up to us, oh yeah, hi, love your podcast, and you go, yeah, great, thanks, mate. But come and have a chat with human beings, introduce yourself, and when we have these live events, you say, oh, I'm so and so, I watch the podcast, and you go, oh my god, yeah, I know the name because you comment and put a face to the name, and you meet people, and you have.
We don't get to see the faces, do we?
Exactly. We see your profile picture, and sometimes that's not enough to recognise you in certain settings, but. We've all had it. I'm sure all four of us have had it here where we have people come up to us and go, oh, my God, I recognise you from the podcast. I love it. Yeah. It's great. And we go, thank you so much, but we haven't got a clue who you are 90% of the time. I'm really sorry to say that. It's the truth.
We do the regulars. There is quite a few regulars.
Yeah. We know some people, obviously, but when we have these live events and we come around with a microphone and say, what are your thoughts on XYZ topic? And you say, oh, I'm so-and-so, I comment. And you go, oh, yeah, fantastic, brilliant. It's amazing. And we will be doing more live events. We absolutely love it when you guys come down. And it was just a fantastic time. We had Matt Cattell, we had Jordan Williams both singing, who were both unbelievable, by the way. Jordan especially.
Yeah, absolutely
fantastic. And Paul, the landlord, it's the biggest sky blue you've ever known. He
does some great chip batches. Chip batches are lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can't get more Coventry. You're in the city centre. It's the sky blue merch everywhere. There was 100-ish of you sky blue fans down there on Thursday night, and it's just unbelievable. We absolutely love it, and. I've had it a few times today, and I'll mention from Saturday as well. We have people come up to us and, oh, I love it. It makes my day. When you come up to me and say, I love watching the podcast, it's fantastic. There was a gentleman, I wish I'd have asked his name today. I'm really bad at not asking people's names. He lives down, I think he said in Tiverton or Minehead or somewhere in Somerset. And he said, I drive up for every home game. And he said, because I live so far from the city, I love watching the podcast just to keep in touch with everything. He said, the information you put out, the insights, it's fantastic. And it genuinely makes my day when you guys talk to me and say these things. It's absolutely unbelievable. And Claudio will attest to this. We were down at the Stag on Saturday with Jonah and Alex Craig for their fundraiser. And can I just say, they raised £1,190 for Sky Blues in the community for their Joel Baudier shirt. And
yeah, it's a signed shirt.
there are also 2 tickets that were donated, I think, by Dave Boost from Sky Blues in the community. That got auctioned off at £400. So that's approximately 1,600 quid. That's all going to Sky Blues in the community just because of what Jonah and Alex have put on at the Stag and Hen the other night. And Claudia will say there was this amazing little girl with her parents that came up to Jonah, Alex, myself, and Claudio. We had to sign a football shirt. I've never, ever done this in my life. I had to sign a football shirt for this amazing little girl and her parents, and take a photo and sign in a book. Just surreal moment. I've never, ever had to do that thing. I never, ever thought I would have to do something like that. You know, I don't consider myself a celebrity or anything remotely close to that. I'm just a guy that chats football with a bunch of people, a bunch of the Sky Blue Army. And to be able to be recognised and asked to do something that not only makes their day, but it makes my day, is just unbelievable. And just add that on to the season we've had and the day we've had. Is absolutely fantastic. I can't thank you all enough, that the guys on the panel, for introducing me to the channel and inviting me on, but for everyone watching and for every member of the Sky Blue Army that talks to me or everything. It's just the best thing ever. It really, really is. It really makes my day, my life. And the past 9 days have been the most fantastic 9 days of my life, from Blackburn away all the way to today. Has been unreal, and I can't thank everyone enough, and that's extended to the club and Frank, and fantastic. So yeah, that's my little speech done. Thank you very much.
You'll look back in 20 years' time, Jack.
I won't ever forget these past 9 days. It's been the best 9 days ever, like I say, and just the thanks goes out to absolutely everybody for that.
Yeah, very memorable last few days for everybody, I think.
I'm going to be at a loss this week, really, because it's kind of, I'm enjoying it so much. It's kind of sad that it's ended on next Saturday morning. What time's got to get on the coach, Jack? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, we're 7:15 on the coach on Saturday.
Oh, 7:15. Drinking starts early.
I know.
I'm driving down.
It's gonna be a tough one, isn't it? But at least it's a Saturday. We've got Sunday to recover.
Yeah, and then it will be all over. That will be the final game of the season. The end of probably one of the most successful seasons we've had for a very, very, very long time. You know.
I second what Jack was saying as well. I think we've got an extraordinary fan base, and we've been through a lot, and we've all dealt with it differently. As you know, I went to Northampton. I did games at St Andrews.
Yeah.
I didn't think ill of the people who went and stood on the hill. I didn't think badly of the people who didn't go to St Andrews. I feel in some ways we all played our part. The guys and girls who didn't go to the matches by protesting were doing their bit, as long as the ones who thought we'd go to the matches and just get behind the team to keep it going that way. In some ways, I absolutely agreed with what they were doing. The people who protested and the ones who went to the away games. Somehow, amongst all of us, it all came together, really. And luckily, the right people at the club turned up and sorted it out, i.e. Mr. Robbins with his tenure. And then the magical moment was Doug King arriving just at the right time when we needed something, because we knew we weren't really going anywhere with Sisu in the Championship. I don't think we'd be at this position now if Sisu was still here. It just wouldn't happen. We wouldn't even know on the ground. We know that it wasn't going to happen.
No.
So, and I just think the whole road to the Premier League, the sheer pain of the last 25 years, I feel like it's worth it now. And I listened to Rob Gurney. Listen after this. Listen to the post-match stuff, because it's quite good, and what they were saying. And for someone like Rob Gurney, who was commentating us in the Premier League, then leaving, it just seemed so fitting that he was commentating the season we get back up there again. And he is a true Sky Blue, basically. And it must be so hard to do that job when you are a big fan. It's so difficult, I think, to see the demise and you commentate on it. And I kind of feel sorry for Clive Eakin because he had to commentate on a load of old crap for years, didn't he? And his moment was,
I wonder how he's feeling now that the Sky Blues are. I'm sure he's delighted.
That playoff final. In some ways, I was kind of hoping it would have been like part of the commentating team today for some reason. I think that would have been a nice thing to do. But look, I think we've all been through the mire with this. And when I saw that notification on Facebook that I was at Northampton 12 years ago, 2012, I should say. I looked at it, I thought, oh yeah, Northampton. It's kind of like, I feel like it's, I don't know, a distant memory now. And everything is good. Everything is good. We're Sky Blues, and with this fan base, and we've got a new fan base, I think, as well. We've got the old heads, but we've got a new crowd who I think are a bit more vociferous. Is that the word I'm looking for, Vicky? Is that the right word? They're feisty. They want success. They're not demanding it, but they're enjoying it. And they're taking the old ones with them as well. I think, with things like Corey on the drums, and all these young guys doing the podcast and the vlogging and all that, getting the word out there, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. And I think the future is bright. The future is...
Have you got your orange kit?
Hot coral.
I agree. I agree with you totally, Claudia, and Jack, to be fair. And it's lovely to see a lot of the youngsters. You go back 20 years or so, there was a lot of youngsters in this city walking around with Man United and Liverpool shirts, Chelsea shirts. Kids in the street. You think, ooh, why you got them shirts? Because they're successful clubs. And now we've had a bit of success. They all want to join in. All the kids at school want to all get Cov tops. Everybody's got a Cov top. I haven't seen any Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, or anybody like that, or even any London clubs. I haven't seen any of them sort of tops for a long time in Cov City Centre or walking.
Even back in the day when we were in the Premier League, you'd see kids with other bigger club shirts like Man United, Liverpool, and that, and you could tell because when we used to play those sorts of teams, they'd score, and those of bands all around the home area would be jumping up. There wasn't that loyalty that there is now, and it's great that you can't go out without seeing somebody wearing Cov merch, proper shirts, jackets, whatever, all day. Yesterday, I went up to the arena to do a bit of shopping, and you've seen all people walking around, and I actually did see a Man United fan in a Man United shirt, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." But it was actually weird to see.
Yeah,
there wasn't
it's as if the club have won over a new generation,
and it's great, isn't it?
And it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
So you have to be successful. It's one of the first things I said to Doug King when I met him, when they're trying to, brainstorm. Is that not the right? I was doing the brainstorming, but they were just casually talking after one of these supporter forums thing we had. What do we need? I said, well, somehow we need to get bums in here, don't we? And we said basically it's not going to happen unless we do it on the pitch.
Yeah, that's it.
Because we're not a Boca Juniors, but you turn up to anything. You know what I mean? Like that. We're just not like that as a city. And I think it's great to see what's happening now. People want a ticket. It is the golden ticket at the minute, isn't it?
But you can't just turn up on the day and go to the game now. Those days are gone. You've got to get in advance, and if you're lucky enough to get a ticket in advance, that is. And that's 30-odd thousand, that is. Not back at Highfield Road when it's only 20 odd. It's a big difference now, and there's a lot more fans want to be involved. And there's a lot of people that miss out. I bet there's a lot of people missed out today, tickets.
This is from Mark. He says, I saw a lad in an Arsenal shirt yesterday. It stood out because it's rare these days. Brave too. Actually, we saw one, me and Luca, on the way home, actually, in the Eastern Green. I nearly shouted something, but his dad looked like he was quite hard, so I didn't. What you doing? Get him in the sky blue kit. Martin King. Jonah is working on increasing the fan base in America, and you have fans like me in Canada hoping to do the same.
Yes, Martin.
Yeah. Right, back to
you. Right. Well, I think we're just about any more in the business. I don't think we're going to run on too much longer, are we? Can we all
have some food?
We've had a long day. We've had plenty of drink, I'm sure, but I could do with some food. I could do with a chip match, to be fair.
Get yourself down to the Binley Mega Chippy, everybody.
Oh, it's closed. No, don't open on a Sunday.
Oh, only you know that, Ken.
Yeah. Listen, the next show we've got is Thursday, I believe. There's a show Thursday. What's going on Thursday then? Have we got a Watford fan? Have we got... What's that then?
Claudio, do you know any Watford fans?
We do. We've got these two guys who are really funny, aren't they?
They're coming on. Okay.
They could be good. Miles will be on, obviously.
Yeah.
And we should all be here to celebrate and just chat.
We'll all be at the full house this week.
Well, it's fantastic. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to the Memorial Park, because I think it's going to be bigger than some people realise.
Yeah.
And also...
It's worked out well because there's no Godiva Festival, is there, this year?
Elton John coming on Thursday. I was glad to know in advance.
Hopefully, after Miles's drinking session, he'll still be standing.
Carlo reckons that Ken's going to go off and celebrate with the Gallagher brothers. Somebody did say, "Look,
well, I just thought, I've seen all the players wearing all these sunglasses. And I thought, well, I'll grab a pair.
Yeah, somebody said earlier he looked like Bez from the Happy Mondays, but who hasn't been on the Manjaro, if it's called. So yeah. The enemy on the Monday, and then the enemy on the Friday night at the HMV Empire. So that's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
I might get to learn the words to "We'll Live and Die" by then.
Well, they are on the scoreboard, if you can follow the scoreboard.
You can't see that far.
Okay, well, that's it then. We'll finish on that and finish on a high note. The Sky Blues are sky high, obviously, after today. And it continues with just one game left. But we're safe. We don't have to worry about anybody else. We can sit back and relax. We're safe. We're up. There's no worrying about anybody else.
Champions.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We can't. Nobody can take that away from us. We're on the up, and hopefully the next home fixture, which it will be a Premier League team that visit the CBS. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? When the fixtures come out in June. But we all go to Watford, so we look forward to that. It's an early kick-off, of course, next Saturday morning. So we'll all be on it early and to finish the season off in style. I think it's fancy dresses, Nick, Claudio.
Wow, I know what I'm wearing.
You're wearing your pants?
Yeah.
I hope you've got something more on your pants on.
Oh, yeah. I have to wear... They're really hot, actually. I have to wear shorts. There's nothing to put anything in. Yeah, well, that sounds weird. I need to wear shorts and then put the pants on top because,
yeah.
Although going to the loo might be entertaining.
It should be very entertaining. Right, that's it then. Thank you very much, Vicky, for coming on tonight, for your time. Not long to go before we can have a nice rest for the summer. Thanks, Jack.
Always a pleasure.
As always, yeah. And thank you, Claudio, as normal, with your inputs. Don't forget, we are champions, just in case anybody didn't know. And we'll be back on Thursday, 7:30. Join us then. Very good night, and play up Sky Blues. Good night.
Play up Sky Blues.
We are
Sky Blue Fans TV.